Hey viewers and viewers, my name is General Red Strategist and welcome back to some more Reddit with myself and Phil. How you doing over there, Phil?
Gaming! Yay! We all love gaming. Woohoo! We're
Do we?
Dungeons and Dragoning, and we are other sorts of games are of it. No, that's it. That's the only game ever.
What,
Just
Dungeons and
Dungeons and
Dragons?
Dragons, and that's it.
I don't think I've ever played Dungeons and Dragons before or any tabletop game, role-playing game.
No,
or this
I
for that
haven't
matter.
either. There's some big chonker ones, and I've got to say I've always been intrigued what it'd be like to take
Yeah.
part in a tabletop game. Doing your own thing and having obviously the game master
Yeah.
at the front.
Having a character.
Maybe it's something. Maybe it's something we can consider. Maybe when all three of us come together, you, me, and Connor,
Yeah,
we might
maybe.
be able to. Or we'll have to have a couple more people. I think Connor said his girlfriend might be interested.
Well,
We could
yeah.
have a bit of a tabletop gaming moment.
I've always been interested, actually, in the Chaosium Lovecraftian tabletop one, which sounds like something right up my alley. But yeah, that kind of thing is something that, like you, I'd be intrigued. If if I had the right sort of circle of friends, that'd be something I'd be interested in. But yeah, never really done it though before. But there you go. In fact, actually, have you ever seen the Mystery Quest channel on YouTube? It's basically a Yogscast thing, run by Angori
Oh.
Tom. Yeah.
I've seen bits of it, not fully. No.
Yeah, but they have like long, hour-long videos where they do. He gets members of the Oxcast in, and they basically just do tabletop role-playing games like Call of Cthulhu, other variations by different companies, things like that. And they're quite entertaining.
Of course,
to
Call of
watch.
Cthulhu.
Yes.
Yeah, Call of Cthulhu is a big one. I believe that the latest Call of Cthulhu was supposed to be based off the tabletop games.
Yeah. The one that was supposed to be in 2017 but was delayed. That one, right?
It was. Yeah, it was. Only, I think it was a year later. I think it came out in 2018. But
Indeed.
what are we starting with here, Andrew?
Well,
Lead us on.
Henry Cavill says heading up the Warhammer 40,000 cinematic universe is the greatest privilege of his professional career. Let's see if there's anything else. Oh, it's just a picture of Cavill. There we go.
Right. So he's going to be one of the lead roles in the Warhammer 40k.
Yeah.
Which is another big. That's tabletop as well. Talking about tabletop games.
Yeah.
It was started as a tabletop game, but obviously there's a few video games of it now. I believe there's Vermintide. Vermintide's a popular one, and there's a lot of other various different games in that franchise. I've heard it's pretty decent. Where he plays
Yeah.
a space marine.
Space Marines or other races, things like that. I actually do have a couple of Warhammer 40k games in my Steam library. There was one that I played years ago as part of my original strategic campaign. I did like 3 videos on it, which was basically a Warhammer 40k RTS game. I forget the exact title of it, but there's another one actually that I bought a few months ago during a Steam offer.
Maybe
which
that's
was
what it's called. Maybe that's what it's called. Warhammer, the official RTS game.
Could be.
There you go.
Yeah, but the other one I bought a few months back in a Steam sale was I think it's called Warhammer 40k Bolt Gun. It's an FPS with like a retro pixel style, so if anyone's interested, that might be a game I could potentially play on the channel at some point.
Oh, I've heard of Bolt Gun. Yes, I've heard of that one. Yeah. It's got like I think I saw a few screenshots and a few previews where it had a bit where you could see pixels, which is it's that sort of thing now, isn't it? Some games are going that retro style.
Yeah, there's a lot of them that are, and I kind of like it. There's a lot of good ones out there which really recapture the sort of late 90s graphical vibe of or like boomer shooters, I think, as you'd call them,
Yeah.
from back in the day. Yeah, there's some good ones. But yeah, Warhammer 40k, I'm just sort of fascinated by it because of the amount of all the miniatures people buy, the little Space Marine troops and the little tanks and vehicles that they get with them. But yeah.
Yes. Oh, yes. You can get those, can't you? Little features there.
And you use them in your little games that you set up and all that. Roll your dice to determine damage and whatever else have you. But yeah, that's another one actually that Angori Tom. Sorry, this video is already becoming a bit of a plug for someone else on YouTube. But yeah, he's a big Warhammer fan. Him and Ben from the Oxcast, and they do videos sometimes on that kind of thing, and they're actually quite interesting to watch. Indeed, yep. But that's enough about Warhammer.
Useful thing is tabletop games.
Yeah. Good. Well, second one for you then, Phil.
Okay, this isn't a very good one. So Starfield has lost 97% of its Steam players in less than 6 months.
Wow. How's that happened? What's going on there? You heard anything
Oh
about
dear.
this?
I haven't. I have heard that it hasn't done too well. I know that's obviously the latest game from Bethesda.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be. They say it's like Fallout in space. And I did hear that it wasn't doing the best but I didn't realise it lost 97% of its Steam players. Have a little scroll down.
Yeah.
Maybe some commenters might have.
Let's talk about Skyrim.
Which game has more players? They said Skyrim or Starfield, and then someone just said then Skyrim has a multiple of 3.
Yeah, they overcharged for an extremely underwhelming game. It had a lot of cool stuff in it and a lot of potential, but the empty planets that pretty much had nothing but the same few buildings, rinse and repeat missions, pointless spaceships where you can just fast travel everywhere, which made getting in your ship even more pointless. Ridiculous amount of loading screens even when played on an SSD. They spent 7 years making the game. Wow. 100% this is a very soulless game at times. Okay, yeah. I see. So
that's why it's been having these issues. But yeah, I knew that it didn't stand up to all the hype. But I didn't realise it was quite that bad. But it might be something worth seeing a bit later on.
Yeah. Not sure if it's a failure, more like a meh. Bethesda needs to flesh out their games more. They should just make Skyrim but better every 4 years.
Yes, as if they put Skyrim on every bloody platform. Good God.
Skyrim's everywhere. It's been re-released for like the 16th umpteenth time. God knows where. That's a promoted one. Let's go past that. I've got to say, video game studios seem to have competitions to see who can make the best Deborah Wilson model. Let's have a look. Oh yeah.
Oh, right, she's in all sorts of games, yeah.
Well, I recognise one of those characters. That's what's-her-face from Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus, Grace.
That's it, Grace, yeah. She did a good, acted really well in that one. And now she's going to be, Insomniac are doing a Wolverine game. That might be interesting.
It may indeed, yeah.
It's obviously been played. I think the one in the bottom left is, I believe that's one of the Star Wars games. I can't remember. It might be one of the latest ones. You know, there's Fallen Order and I forgot the names of them, but so she's doing well.
Yeah, I was a bit so confused about the bottom left one first because I couldn't tell. Is that like supposed to be a real world military uniform, or is that supposed to be some sort of like fantasy like sci-fi kind of outfit in like a sci-fi
like something from Star Wars.
Yeah. Indeed.
It's the top left. The top left could be Cyberpunk.
Could be
2077. Yeah, I'm not sure about the bottom right or the middle.
Yeah, that's another game I've got in my Steam library. Cyberpunk 2077.
It's a hell of a lot better now.
Yeah,
hell of a lot better than it was on launch.
Indeed.
It's actually really quite decent. I think it's gone. Maybe not quite, but near to No Man's Sky sort of route.
Yeah. It's funny because I remember when when the game came out back in December, what year was it? 2021 when it was released. 2020 even, yeah. And obviously that was when I was still doing my monthly Steam reviews videos, and I did Cyberpunk as one of the games in that, where I looked at some of the silly, hilarious reviews people had left on Steam, and there were a lot of people making jokes about how the game felt unfinished at the time when it was launched.
Yeah. Oh dear, it's just people. Video game companies don't need to keep rushing things out. Do you understand what I mean? Yeah, we can't be having things like that.
Indeed.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Over to you.
Right. Oh, Flappy Bird. Oh, we all remember the old Flappy Bird, and that was actually removed 10 years ago from the App Store. Wow. It's really been that long.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Flappy Bird.
Okay, look at that pipe layout there on the right. That is physically impossible, because I remember playing a bit of Flappy Bird, and the way the bird moves,
you wouldn't be able to do.
You would not be able to do that. That's wow.
I think that's just that's super hardcore mode.
Yeah. That's
but God, oh my God, did it? I have never seen something kick off as much as that. Was unreal.
Yeah.
The amount of Flappy Bird, and then it got taken down because the developer, who I believe was from Vietnam, he found it stressful.
Yeah.
The amount of thing, because he wanted it just for people to enjoy it, not to go hardcore on it and everything. So it upset him quite badly. So he basically got rid of it.
Oh dearie me, yeah, that's unfortunate there. But Flappy Bird, I remember
made a load of knockoffs.
Everyone was doing it, making playing it or making knockoff versions of it, like you say. Indeed.
It's really wow. 2014 then. 2014.
Yeah.
Good God.
Indeed. Friend gifted me Helldivers 2 on Steam, but this popped up when I accepted. Right?
That's failed successfully.
I've never seen a pop-up like that before on Steam. I wonder what caused that to appear. Very weird.
Success! Failure.
So,
I like how failure's all in caps there.
The success was directed at the transaction of the game. The failure was directed at you.
Have you never seen that with your Steam? No, nothing weird. Have you had any weird scenarios with Steam at all?
No, not that I can think of. Yeah, depends what you mean by sort of weird. But no, nothing that springs to mind.
Or anything like that.
Not glitches with Steam itself. But no, I can't think of anything.
This is funny though. This could probably, I would say, this could cross over into software gore.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, as well.
Indeed, yeah. What a strange one. Well, over to you then.
So, same developer, same character, same costume. 9 years later, Batman Arkham Knight from 2015 and Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League from 2024.
Oh, I see. There's Harley Quinn, is it? That character, I guess.
Yes, that's Harley Quinn. So there's the not much has changed in the way of development there,
No.
but they've kept the same. I believe that there's been some not so great things regarding Suicide Squad. The latest Suicide Squad game. Originally, when they first released the first trailers, it showed a load of pay-to-win services. Oh, yes, and people love that.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
pay-to-win, that's what it's all about. Oh, yes, more money for me so I can keep my business going, because microtransactions.
As soon as you say pay to win, you don't need to explain any further, because we know immediately why. That would be a problem. Indeed.
I know. Oh my god, I hate it when those things happen. If you're doing microtransactions for cosmetics, I've said this before.
That's fine. Yeah,
good. You know, a bit like Team Fortress, where you get hats and silly things like that. But if you pay for an item that actually makes you better than another person who hasn't been able to buy that item because they can't afford it, they don't want to, then sorry, but that's very scummy.
Yeah, it kind of skews and throws the game off balance entirely. So, indeed, yeah, I can see why that would be an issue.
Also, why did I put sorry there? I'm not sorry
No, you're not sorry at all. Don't be sorry, Phil. Otherwise,
You're sorry.
Otherwise, you're going to get beaten over the head by the sorry brigade. There we are.
Sorry, but okay.
50,000 people used to live here. Now it's a ghost town. What's this? Oh, is this in Gmod? Something? It's like a TTT thing. 'Cause I see like all the guns laid out as if.
Yes, I
you
see
pick
those
them
on
up.
the snow. Yeah.
Yeah, indeed.
It does look like a bit Gmod-y, doesn't it? It's got that sort of boxy Valve type thing, hasn't it?
Indeed, that boxy Source engine sort of look to it.
Ooh, you just love the Source engine.
Yeah.
One that was very boxy, which was you remember the beginner's guide.
Oh yeah.
That was an interesting little thing. Yeah,
was
that was
actually,
so interesting. It was a very curious little game that, but very interesting. Lots of sort of thoughts and theories.
I've watched so many people play through the beginner's guide here on YouTube because it, like you say, it's one of those fascinating games. It's good to like watch how other people sort of react to it, especially especially like the big twists towards the end of it, when it all gets revealed.
Yeah, there is a bit of a twist. We won't say anything, just in case there's people who haven't played it and who might be wanting to play it. But yeah, it's definitely something. It goes a bit in a mysterious way.
Yeah, it's let's just say it's not sort of it's funny actually because if that game had been released back in the day, like 2013ish around there, people would have probably said that like Dear Esther, it's more of a virtual installation than a game because it's obviously that sort of walking, listening to narration rather than sort of doing anything per se. But no, it's fascinating. I loved the beginner's guide. I thought it was very, very interesting, very heartfelt as well. But no,
we know it would be classed as the more like Dear Esther, environmental narrative game.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, but I'm just sort of looking at that screenshot there and thinking, definitely looks like a freaking TTT map of some kind, that does. It just looks like one. And I sometimes thought to myself that Trouble in Terrorist Town is a game mode on Gary's Mod that, again, with a nice circle of friends, I'd love to play that, because you can mod it and make it crazy and weird. So, yeah. Maybe something.
One day, it's going to happen, isn't it? It's going to be, oh, for fuck's sake, Phil, will you just fucking get on stage?
Yes.
Fuck's sake. What's it going to take? Is it going to take for me to buy you a fucking account?
Indeed, yeah.
Something like that. You know what it does look like a bit? Like the snowy levels of RTCW
A little bit.
as well. Yeah, there.
Indeed, the Norway levels. Yes, indeed. Now, next one from you, from Phil.
Oh, this might be interesting. Some best-selling games on each of Nintendo's consoles.
Ooh, all right, hold on, let me maximise
Let's have a look at this. So we've got the top 10 best-selling games on every Nintendo console.
God, it's just quite hard to see unless I sort of zoom in.
Yeah, have a zoom in.
Oh,
I doesn't actually zoom in the picture. Brilliant.
no, it doesn't. That's an annoyance. Well, I can sort of read it from mine, so I'll try and read it out. So we've got the Famicom / NES at the top. So top one there, and they said Super Mario Brothers. Duck Hunt, yeah.
Yeah, so there's quite a number. They've got there's quite a number there, isn't there?
Yeah.
On all sorts of different consoles.
Okay, well let me just go through each of these consoles. I'll just say like the top one for each one. So Famicom Super Mario Brothers, Game Boy / Game Boy Color is... Actually, I can't even fucking read that. Oh, is it a Pokemon one? I think it's a Pokemon one for that one. Super Famicom, SNES, Super Mario World, Nintendo 64, Super Mario 64. Game Boy Advance is Pokemon... Is that RS? Can't tell.
Oh, that'll be Ruby and Sapphire.
Ah, there you go. Nintendo GameCube, Super Smash Brothers, Nintendo DS, New Super Mario, the Wii Sports, Nintendo 3DS, Mario Kart 2, Wii U, Mario Kart 8, Nintendo Switch, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, by the looks of it.
Seems that Mario Kart 8's taken a massive storm there. Mario Kart 8 and a few Pokemon games, and a few Mario games itself. That's just goes to show you the strength of Nintendo.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That's some games, obviously, on the Nintendo consoles right there. Where it all went wrong, Phil. Now, what's this?
Oh. This is supposedly the I think I understand what it means here, where the sort of like the first sort of like microtransaction started. The famous
is that what this is?
Oblivion horse armor.
I didn't recognise that. I didn't know what it was, but that makes sense. Absolutely, I get what they're getting at here.
Yeah, paying for just added cosmetic for your horse that does bugger all.
Yeah.
Oblivion's horse armor is infamous for this sort of thing.
Mainly, I just know Oblivion for all the silly memes on the internet of where the game sort of like glitches out and silly things happen, and it's hilarious.
That's the main thing, but
this is
the thing where it sort of like got kicked into the forefront of stupid and idiotic microtransactions and things like that. Yes, Oblivion's horse armor.
Yeah. Sometimes, did you know that in Oblivion there are some like minority of instances where some of the voice lines of certain characters, the devs actually got the voice actors to record them, but then uploaded versions of the wrong lines where there's like a couple of lines in it from random characters where you literally hear the voice actor say the line, then say something like, okay, no, wait, let me try that again, and then they repeat the line.
Yeah, there's been some other games where they've made mistakes. I can't remember which one it was, but there's a really shit game. Oh, which one was it? It actually might be one of the Silent Hills where you could hear them laughing in the background.
Right.
What's going on? Or do you remember the famous Resident Evil? You are almost a jail sandwich.
Wow, yeah. It just goes to show, if you're a game dev, take that time, just make sure that the lines, that your voice actor's sending back to you, make sure they're the correct ones. And they're not like outtakes or anything like that.
If they do start laughing or something, cut it out.
Yeah, edit it.
Now.
Go on, you can get Audacity or some form of software to, tweak it. Over to you, Phil.
Oh, we've got another Helldivers 2. So the studio boss for it says it will never add PvP, and for anyone looking for it, I recommend Tarkov.
Okay, yeah. So we're just nipping that and putting the kibosh on PvP right from the outset, then.
So none of that. The first sort of PvP thing I ever did was RuneScape.
Was it RuneScape?
Because you can do PvP in there. Yeah, well, there's only a certain area where you can do it, which I believe is called the Wilderness, and that's only where you can do PvP. Everywhere else is safe zone, so you can't get killed by you.
Yeah.
But as soon as you enter the Wilderness, you you can basically take on other people and get killed. But that sort of thing, yeah, good old RuneScape.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what would be the first game I've ever played with PvP. Probably either RTCW multiplayer or Wolfenstein Enemy Territory. Granted, those are specifically multiplayer. They're meant to be against other players, but yeah, first time.
Enemy Territory is especially, yeah.
Yeah, indeed. Okay. We don't have shareholders, but we also don't think about them. Larian Studios uses its stage time at the DICE Awards to speak out against a brutal industry climate. Okay. Yeah. Thing is, like, shareholders. I don't know. I'm sort of wondering. I haven't seen this speech or anything like that, but I'm just thinking, do they mean that shareholders can lead to a company being very much motivated to make sure they get a huge payout, and so as a result they end up.
It is that, isn't it? Because they want to appease the shareholders. You want to appease. So come on, get something out, and then you have something that could be rushed and. We only have to look at, rushed for launch. Oh, No Man's Sky. Oh, Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah, but there's been a lot of, I think, news stories in the gaming sphere from time to time. Like Activision was one where it emerged, that employees were just the working climate inside these companies was just not nice. It was just
crunch
toxic.
culture.
Yeah,
crunch culture. Rockstar were another one with that one as well.
Yeah.
There's also a lot of ones where there was accusations of like sexism.
Yeah, sexism and bullying, that kind of thing.
Like that,
Activision, I think, again, was another example of that. But yeah, crunch culture kind of sucks.
Ubisoft, unfortunately, as well. There was stuff in Ubisoft.
Indeed. So, yep. Yep, I think I understand what that one was all about.
Ooh, so someone's playing Portal 2 for the first time. This game feels newer than anything recent. Sometimes something about it feels just so good, so fluid, impressive. Yeah, it is really bloody good. I mean, the way that you have to think with regards to the puzzles, that's always astounding me. I said it when we did, because I know the first couple of episodes, you think you did with me.
Yes.
And I always said in those first episodes, if anyone wants to go back to Andrew's playthrough of Portal 2, that I was with like the first 3 episodes or so. But yeah, I do remember saying how was Valve thinking of these puzzles and putting them together? It was just so amazing. Like I thought they topped the bracket at Portal 1, but no. They threw it out the one. Portal 2 storyline was obviously a heck of a lot better, and the characters were just brought to life. Like I saw an interview with Stephen Merchant.
Oh yeah,
and interesting interview when he was told that they wanted to be a voice actor for Wheatley, and he was like, I'd never heard of this game before. I didn't understand the hype was around it, because everyone obviously absolutely adored Portal 1, and he was like, I just didn't understand the hype around it when it came to Portal 2 and how many fans there were of it. When I was just walking the street, there was just so many fans that come up to me saying, "Oh my God, you're gonna be Portal 2? You're gonna be Portal 2?"
Yeah, but it is though. Like Portal 2, if you look at it, like graphically, it still looks so good. The puzzle's still so smooth. The game, I think, it's just one of those games where I think everything slotted into place nicely, and they just got it. They just knocked it out the park so well. But the thing is, like, you think about the development process of some of those puzzles. They must have had to, road test that so many times to make sure it all worked perfectly. But yeah, it's just one of those examples of games, particularly of like a sequel probably being even better than the original.
That's what you got to think. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And the funny thing was, I remember that when you played Portal 1, it lagged quite badly, but when you played Portal 2, not a single bit of lag.
Yeah, it generally ran quite smoothly. Portal 2 did. It was a good game. Loved it.
You really had to get some thinking. I know there were some times when it really stumped you.
Yeah.
You really had to get your thinking going.
Indeed. And of course, we all have our favourite character from Portal 2. I won't say the name of the character. All I'll say is Space.
Oh God! The Space Core.
Yes, that one. Ooh, first look at the new Lara Croft. This is the remaster of the first 3 original Tomb Raiders, I'm guessing.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, that looks pretty. Actually, that concept art looks really good there for the first 3, because obviously first 3, considering they were released in 1996, some were very blocky.
Yeah.
And famous for the triangle breasts.
If you look at, I've seen a few clips though of like comparisons between the originals and these remastered versions of the first three, and it is fascinating how they've still sort of preserved, you know, aspects of the blockiness, because obviously that's integral to the game design in the original Tomb Raiders, whilst just updating the graphics to make them really crisp and much kind of smoother and nicer to look at. But what's interesting, apparently, in those remasters, there's like a toggle control where you can literally switch between the old school graphics and then the remastered ones at the press of a button to like do direct comparison.
Ooh, that's fun, that is. You could do that actually in the rebooted series. You know, the 2013 Rise and Shadow. There was actually some outfits where you can actually become the blocky version, and it would look really weird in that sort of scenario. But
blocky polygonal Lara talking to random character who she's encountered somewhere in her adventures. Yeah.
An interesting little fact is when they first created Tomb Raider, the creator in core design, Toby Gard, made a mistake with the toggle of the slider for her breasts. It was supposed to be like 50%, but they accidentally did it to 150%.
Oh dear. Dear. Yeah. Whose turn is it be? Sorry, I got you distracted me by talking about Lara's breasts. What the heck?
Those are ones you've got to think of. Yeah.
Yes. Is it me or you to read this one?
No, it's me. Yeah, sorry, it's me. Yeah. So, okay. So we've got 20 single-player games here, amazing ones that are not AAA's. Let's have a look what we've got.
Ooh. Okay, let me just bring that up. We've got Bloodstained.
Bloodstained: Ritual of the Night. Yes, that's based off Castlevania.
Yeah.
So that's a good one, Castlevania. So I have heard of that one.
Cat Lady, or The Cat Lady.
Not heard of that one.
I feel like it's familiar, but I don't know. Cave Story.
Yeah, heard of that one.
Fez. Yeah, we know Fez. I've done a full playthrough, 100% playthrough of Fez here on the channel. Really loved it. Great game. Faster Than Light, Advanced Edition.
Oh, FTL, yeah, that's a nice little big one, isn't it?
Yeah. Happy's Humble Burger Farm. That's like an indie horror game. I've heard of it. Yeah.
Have you heard? I haven't heard that one. No.
Yeah.
No, not
it's only a small thing. Yeah. Heavy Bullets. I don't think I've heard of that.
No Heavy Bullets.
Inscription, I have heard of that.
Yeah, that's the sort of card game one, which is said to be really good. It's like a card game with horror elements to it as well.
Yeah. The Messenger? I don't think I've heard of that one. No. You heard of The Messenger, Phil?
It's a generic title, really, isn't it? At the end of the day. No, I can't say I have on that one.
Yeah. Omori, I have heard of, and I'm pretty sure someone may have once asked me to do Omori. I can't remember. Is it a horror game? I can't recall. I'll have to check it out again. Yeah. Outer Wilds.
Outer Wilds, yes, that's a popular one. Yeah, I've heard many things about that. That's really good, that one.
Yeah. Papers, Please, of course.
Oh, of course, yeah. The famous one.
Yeah. Paradise Killer? I don't think I've heard of that one.
Yeah, semi-heard of that one. Yeah.
The Sexy Brutale. I feel like I've heard of it, but I don't know what it's about.
We've got Shovel Knight, Undertale.
Yeah.
Have you not? Have people not heard Undertale? That seems like nearly everyone's heard of that one.
Yeah. What's that one? World of something. A World of Horror. I have heard of that.
I've heard of that one.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, Zero Escape, the Nonary games.
Zero Time Dilemma and Tunic.
Tunic.
Yes, the one where he plays a fox.
Yeah. I can't remember. Okay, do I have Tunic in my Steam library, or do I have it on my wish list? It's one or the other. It might be on my wish list, actually. But yeah, that's like a colourful, lovely little game, that one. So
that's at a library.
Yeah. There's a lot of great games that are not AAA titles, but which are just fantastic. Right. Yeah.
Two more, I think.
Yeah. There are two types of modern gamers, according to this person. Top one, I finished the story and have played 50 plus hours. I want more content. This game sucks. And then the one below, I finished the story and played 50 plus hours. This game was worth the money that I spent. Yeah.
You can be divided. Like someone who's like satisfied. Yeah, I enjoyed that. Or someone's like, well, can I have some fucking more, please? More.
You've had 50
more.
plus hours already. What more do you want? Indeed.
Give me all the DLCs. I want to smell DLCs in my face. Come on, yes. DLC all the time.
I want DLCs coming out my wazoo. There we are. Indeed.
Yeah, people got disappointed when GTA 5 didn't get any DLCs.
Really?
Yeah, but because they obviously just stayed with online.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, like, what would you do for it? Well, I was about to say, what would you do for a DLC for GTA 5? I mean, I suppose you could always have DLCs that add things like more heists and things like that, I guess.
More heists, more. Well, yeah, that's the thing. They've done that in the online version. They put all the heists. So
Yeah. Oh, well, that's why they put it then. Final one from you then, Phil.
the Total War fan base won and made the greedy developer backtrack. Customers win when they vote with their dollars.
Ooh. Hello, hello. What does it say? Total War made by Creative Assembly might be very niche, but the fanbase is extremely loyal and dedicated, so you might not have heard about this big win. Last year, Creative Assembly, the guys who had Hyenas cancelled, decided to increase their regular DLC price approximately 250%, while only adding 50%, citing only inflation. The fanbase reacted poorly. In response, the leadership put out this article in August 2023, basically threatening the fanbase. Well, guess what the fanbase did? The fanbase barely purchased the DLC and gave it the poor ratings it deserved. Also, the new game Total War Pharaoh sold very poorly. It was also priced as a full game while being a two-third game size. What happened when the money stopped flowing? Creative Assembly completely backed down and is adding significantly more content to the DLC to make it meet the price expectations in February 2024. They also dropped the price of Pharaoh and refunded those who purchased at full price and gave out the first DLC for free. Don't give in to greedy monetization. Vote with your dollar and connect your fan base together. We love Total War. I want to buy their products when they are worth the money and we're not disrespected. Nice. Good job.
You see what happens when companies go, oh, wait, hang on a minute. We're being, this is not going well for us. Yeah. You see, when the community rises up, they have to backtrack. And that's what's happened here. That's happened in the past before with video game companies that have said, "Oh no, we're not removing this. Oh no, we're fine. Fine. We won't buy anything more off you. Fine. See you later. Goodbye."
Yeah.
Oh wait, no. Come back.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You've got to sometimes be a bit hard-headed if a company is acting or behaving in a slightly douchey way, to put it that way, then vote with your dollar, like they say. Just don't buy anything from them. Try and hit them where it hurts, in the wallet.
Exactly. Back pockets.
Yeah. Well, it was a good little series of Reddit posts on gaming, Phil.
Yeah. Just go back a minute because I saw something on Skull and Bones. Do you know? Because I've heard.
Ubisoft CEO defends Skull and Bones' $70 price despite its live service calling it a quadruple A game. What?
Oh,
wow.
No, I've heard there might be a bit of bad news about Skull and Bones.
Really? Yeah. I've not been following it too closely.
No, I haven't, but I saw an article which I haven't read. Not an article, but because I watch a lot of like gaming YouTube channels, like Game Ranks is one.
Yeah.
And I noticed one of their videos that they've just uploaded is Skull and Bones. Where did it all go wrong?
Oh.
Okay. Okay, so oh dear, what's happened?
Yes. Have they got too greedy here? God, like $70 though for a game. That is. Oof.
Open that article. There's an article there from Video Game Chronicles. Yes.
Video Games Chronicle. Despite yes, thank you, Cookies. People really see how vast and complete the game is. Eve Guillermo says during Q&A sessions, part of a conference call, one caller pointed out that Skull and Bones now appears to be taking a more live service approach. Caller asked why Ubisoft was insisting on charging $70 for the game and potentially limiting the size of its player base, suggesting a free-to-play model may better suit the live service mechanics and give it a better chance of building a community. Guillermo replied with an assertion that Skull and Bones deserves to be a full-price game because of its scale. Okay, it's a really full, triple, quadruple A game that will deliver in the long run. Following a troubled development that saw the game delayed on a number of occasions, rebooted in 2020, Skull and Bones will be finally released on February 16th, 2024. Okay, if you pre-order the $99 version, Premium Edition, you get 2 extra missions, cosmetic items, and a Smuggler Pass token to unlock the Premium Battle Pass.
Wow, well, look what's popped up again, live service.
Yes.
Live service again. Oh dear. Come on now. We thought Skull and Bones might have got somewhere, but no, it looks like it's being screwed over again. Oh, fuck off, Oreo and Pac-Man. Yeah. Oh dear.
Yeah, that website's got loads of adverts on it, so I'm just going to close it. There we go. That's funny business practices. Let's put it that way. Well, there we go.
I just thought we'd end on that because I just saw that then, and obviously that's just been released. I might have to watch some videos and see what the verdict is on it currently. But if it's saying live service again, why do video game companies need to continue with this live service shit?
Yeah, it's a bit of a pain, indeed. Well, thanks for joining me there, Phil.
We've had an interesting take on some various gaming news, which has been nice. I like a bit of gaming.
Yeah, gaming's always a good one, because, you might get some interesting ideas for things that might be of interest to you, stuff like that. So we should do get r/gaming more often, I do think. Indeed. Right.
Absolutely.
In that case, we'll wrap up here. Facebook and Twitter links are down below, along with the link to my propagandist channel for anyone interested. And if you enjoyed, a like is of course always appreciated. Let us know in the comments if any of the games, that have been mentioned in this video so far, anything you've played, and would you recommend them and all that. And we'll see you for some more Reddit, hopefully, sometime soon, won't we, Phil?
Oh, we will, because there was so many things. Or, if anyone's got any suggestions for any subreddits, give us a shout.
Yeah.
And we can have a delve into it.
Indeed. Goodbye, everybody.
Gaming! Yay! We all love gaming. Apart from if it's live service, then we don't like gaming.
We've got to be on the bridge now. There's a freaking ship's wheel over there. Oh, yeah. That must have just come out over there, actually, as well. Alright. There's an entrance something here. What's this? That doesn't go anywhere. Well, actually, it's about a trapdoor that maybe opens up. Oh, we might need to pull the block out, actually. To think of it. Alright, hold on. Let's have a look around here, see what the deal is. What's this? Ammo. There's ammo over here. Gimme. Also pistol stuff. We've got the enemies, so just leaving everything around for me to find. Okay. God, where are we now? This whole area is just a wonky mess, isn't it? Well, it is a shipwreck. Oh my god.